There's a word for gradual degradation of an online service's functionality that's like really hot right now. But for the life of me, I just can't remember it. Can you comment down below? Xbox has announced another price spike for every single Game Pass tier, and that's not even the worst part. For starters, Game Pass Ultimate will be increasing from $17 to $20 a month, while PC Game Pass increases from $10 to $12. Even the Xbox Game Pass Core tier is getting an increase from $60 a year to $75 a year, while remaining at $10 a month. Everything's going up, inflation, baby.
It's not inflation, it's stupid business decisions.
Wouldn't you know it? These prices go into effect on September 12th. And you're not gonna believe this, but that's over 1 month before Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has its day one Game Pass launch. What a coincidence. I didn't mention the Game Pass console tier, and that's because it's no longer available for new subscribers. Instead, the $11 tier is essentially being replaced with a new $15 standard option. While standard does include online multiplayer, unlike the console tier, it doesn't include access to day one releases.
$20 a month, $240 a year for the thing that I was promised the whole time?
You just gotta buy the game, it's easier now. Now, Microsoft said earlier this year that Call of Duty wouldn't be locked behind a new Game Pass tier, leading everyone to believe things would remain the same. Instead, they just locked it behind the old tiers, and now there's some naive gamer somewhere cursing themselves for not being more specific when they use that monkey paw. In unsettling, but in a good way, news, Nintendo might be teasing a new, mature horror game. The company posted a short video on all their channels called Emio, which means smiling man in Japanese. The video features an unsettling male figure with a paper bag over his head, something Nintendo deemed worthy of age restriction. Ooh, so spooky. There's been a lot of speculation about what Emio means.
Smiling man, you just said that.
Hideo Kojima's name is being tossed around by some, but a strong candidate may be an upcoming project from the horror specialists at Bloober Team. Back in February 2023, they announced work on a game called Project M. Earlier this week, Bloober CEO,
Go for it.
Piotr Babino. Piotr Babieno revealed the studio is working on the game with the world's best developers for Nintendo's platforms in a Polish language interview. The title is being worked on by a subsidiary Broken Mirror Games, which has a single social media post, a tweet congratulating Nintendo on its Switch sales, accompanied by a single strange piece of concept art featuring a decrepit train. I believe it's an artistic representation of my colon after 3 a.m. Taco Bell. Anyone else? All right. Bloober CEO Babiano also stated the first announcement of Project M would be later this year, and it is technically later this year. So, unless I'm wrong, I'm right.
Emio?
Am I right?
Put together the dots. Pepe Sylvia! Pepe Sylvia!
Oh my god. Free-to-play survival shooter Once Human has been accused of being spyware, which is so crazy that we're just gonna skip over the game's technical difficulties at launch. The privacy policy for publisher NetEase allows collection of players' personal information both through its services and other sources. There are sections of the policy dedicated to gathering social media accounts and geolocation information.
Oh, get ready, buddy.
Other potentially collected data includes postal addresses, physical characteristics or description, gender, browsing history, and race or ethnic origin. Apparently, one of the ways they derive ethnic origin is from profile pictures. Really?
All the men here look like Japanese women.
They can also collect government-issued ID, a concerned developer Starry Studios responded to on Discord. They said they'd only do so where local laws require it.
Oh, all the best places.
Oh, great. They will also use their ID to verify the identity of parents given consent on behalf of their child, or for users who want to correct their age information. You know, in case you want to give them accurate data. They also claimed ID information is deleted as soon as they've fulfilled the reason for which they've collected it. So that's nice. I'd like to circle back on that ethnic origin thing though. And then after that, maybe we can circle over, to our sponsor.
Ground News. They're here to help you break free of media bias and help you better understand where your news comes from. You can check out articles published by outlets worldwide in one spot, but they don't just stop there. They believe that if you understand the factuality and who owns each news outlet, you'll better understand the information itself. Take the story on scammers from earlier in the week. Overseas criminals are stealing billions from the elderly using AI. But why do all the articles have the exact same headline? Why is it mostly left-leaning outlets reporting on it? And why am I still hard-stuck bronze? Ground News helped me figure out that they're all publishing the same Associated Press article, but they haven't gotten back to me on my last question. But they do have a blind spot tool that can help you break out of your own biases and show you stories that social media algorithms won't. Get the transparency you deserve from your news and save 40% on Ground News' Vantage plan by using our link in the description below.
Think fast! Now think quick. Now, if you just add bits in there, you'll be in the perfect headspace. Arc System Works has released an announcement trailer for Double Dragon Revive, a new entry in the classic arcade series, Double Dragon, with the all-new 3D art style. Though, as a side-scrolling beat-em-up that first launched in 1987, that third dimension doesn't seem wholly necessary and arguably makes the game look less distinct. Revive will be the first mainline Double Dragon game since 2017, and it's currently being developed by UK's, a studio best known for its fighting games, including AEW Fight Forever, UFC Undisputed, basically every WWE game, and pets, dogs too. That sounds awesome.
I didn't know they were the second pets.
League of Legends developer Riot Games has canceled Pool Party, a platform fighter similar to Smash Bros. Or Multiverses, while it was still in the prototyping phase. It seems this world really isn't big enough for 2 or 3 of these games, since sources say it's the failure of Multiverses that's scaring Riot bigwigs into pulling the plug. That leaves about 70 or 80 employees in the lurch as they get reassigned or laid off. It sounds like the new development hell these days is living in constant fear of getting fired.
It's a real shame. I hear the final smash is you drop a log in the pool.
Star Wars Outlaws developer, Massive Entertainment, has confirmed that the game will be open world. They're boasting a map that's 2 to 3 times the size of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it should take about 5 minutes to cross on a speeder. That's not that big, I feel like. That may not seem like it's very big, but you go drive at 300 miles an hour for 5 minutes and tell us you didn't get very far.
I did and I crashed.
And that's just one of 5 locations. All of which will be, of course, covered in fog of war until you perch somewhere up high and then dive into a bundle of hay. Classic Ubisoft. Pocket Pair has established Palworld Entertainment as a joint venture alongside Sony's subsidiaries Sony Music and Aniplex. Palworld Entertainment's primary focus will be expanding the Palworld IP, including bringing Palworld merch to Aniplex's online store. Ironically, this is almost the exact same as what Nintendo did in 1998, when it established the Pokemon Company as a joint venture with Game Freak and Creatures. But beyond everyone involved getting to sleep in their own personal money pile, this move probably means that Sony is no longer worried about Nintendo's lawyers jumping out of the shadows and Sherman-king them in the chest with an expensive lawsuit.
It's a ninja star.
I can't say that word.
You guys know ninja stars.
Editor, throw it on the screen. Yeah. And BioWare doesn't want to spoil whether players of Dragon Age the Veilguard will see a genital. After Game Informer's Wesley LeBlanc saw a boob in the game's character creator during a preview, he asked BioWare if there was any bottom nudity. According to LeBlanc, the developer thinks that's something fans should discover themselves. Most people would like to be warned if they're gonna see trow droppage. You're not ruining the experience by telling. These are penises and vaginas, not Elden Ring boss fights.
Or are they?
Look
out, it's Pinor, the one-eyed monster.
Oh no. And these are reasons you should come back next Tuesday for more gaming news. 1, there's gonna be more gaming news, and 2, please